would like to thank Krista Allen of Hello Creative Family for her wonderful blog post that describes how to make this beautiful little bunny planter that we're going to do in this video. I've put a link to the original blog in the description, so please head on over and check out her website. First thing you want to do is cut out your bunny template from your paper so that you can position it on your bottle and figure out exactly where you want everything to be. Once you have your bunny ears cut out, all you have to do is figure out where the front of your bottle is. Now, I would recommend doing the opposite side of where the seam from the label was left over, and also remember that the bumps on the bottom of the bottle are kind of going to be your feet. So I would say, even though this is center, there's a bump right here. So I would rotate just a little to one side. You can choose whichever side you want, and put your bunny so that the two bumps here make little feet for the rest. Now, on most of these bottles, you may be able to see a slight, you can see kind of a slight ring where the label once was. I would recommend using that as a guide for the base of your bunny, and just tape it on and trace around it. Okay, so now my bunny is taped on. You can tape the ears, but remember you are going to be tracing. So I would say keep all of your tape near the bottom and just hold it with your other hand, because the one piece of tape will keep it positioned. Now, if you do trace in Sharpie marker, be aware that you will probably be able to see your Sharpie line even after you paint. So I would say use more of like a pen or a pencil, just something light so you can see where you're going to cut. And when you get to the back of your pattern, you're just going to continue the line straight around until you get back to the other side of your pattern. And this is also where putting the base of the pattern at the bottom of the label helps, because you are going to cut right here and you won't have all of this left over. So you can see here, it's just the very bottom and front of the bottle that we're using. Once you have traced your pattern and you're ready to cut, I would recommend using something like an X-Acto knife or a craft knife. If you need to, you can just hold your scissors open very carefully. And what I did, and you can do this either at the base where it's nice and flat, or you can spin your bottle around to the part that you're cutting off anyway, is press down a little to make your bottle very flat, and then just press and pull to score the bottle until you make a little slit you can fit the blade of your scissor into. And then you can just cut like regular, cut normally all the way around your pattern. Once the pattern is cut out, you want to paint the entire bottle, ears, face. I did not do the very bottom, but you can, all the way around, even the back, in your base color. In this case, it's a yellow bunny. Now, I found that it was easiest to paint if I held it upside down, and that also gave me a place to work on the ears, because I could press against my wrist. This is, just a very cheap plastic soda bottle. It is your choice. You could also try and stuff something in there or work against the edge of the table. or hold it with one hand and paint with the other. It is entirely your choice. Just make sure that you put at least 2 or 3 coats of your base bunny color on your rabbit. Once you have your bunny fully painted with your base color, in this case my base color is yellow, you want to grab your coordinating color, which will be pink, and I've already roughed out the face for the eyes and the nose, and now I'm going to paint the insides of the ears. So I'm going to take my brush and just make a little oval and fill it in. Now my brush is a little bit gloopy because I was using it to mix the paint. Alright, now I'll do the same to the other ear. I'm just sketching kind of a rough oval inside of the ear with a bit of a flat bottom, and filling it in. Now, as with the yellow, you may end up wanting to do multiple coats. The best way to do that is to wait for it to dry. I'm just impatient and taking my chances with just putting on one big thick coat. Alright, so while I've got my pink, I'm also I'm actually going to switch to my little brush. And I'm going to make my little pink nose. It's literally just a heart. Right over where I had sketched, I have my pink heart nose. Alright, now cleaning off my brush a little bit, I'm going to go into my black and I'm going to fill in the ovals that are the eyes. I chose to spread my eyes a little bit farther apart because that's how they are on real bunnies. But you can do yours closer together if you so choose. Now that I have my eyes, I'm just going to add a couple of eyelashes. I'm going to paint my mouth, which is just kind of a little anchor shape. And then once all of this dries, I can put a tiny dot of white right here and right here, and it will look like my bunny is looking upward. I could also outline my nose in black if I so choose. Oh, and before I pack it in for the night, I do need whiskers. So starting from the edge of the nose, using a light hand, I'm just drawing my little whiskers out. 3 little whiskers on each side. My white, and I'm going to add a little dot there, and a little dot there.